Good afternoon. Welcome to the Pittsburgh Terminal District. I'm Tom Salerno. Today we're going to run some Alcos. We got Alco 2419 C424. And then we also have unit number 8878, an Alco S-3, small switcher. And then we have 5927, an Alco S-4, small switcher. Today we're going to do some switching here in the island yard, and we're going to do it with Alcos. As you all know, Alcos have one of those unique sounds. We're going to wait for the engineers and operators to get on site, and then we'll get these things up and running and see if we can move some cars. As we have a phrase on the Pittsburgh Terminal District, we're switching your cars for your customers. So let's wait for the crews to come on hand and get the action started. Looks like the crew of 5927 has arrived. They're up in the cab. I think they're getting ready to turn the lights on, see what they can get accomplished as far as paperwork. Oh, sorry, that was a mistake. Looks like that was the crew for number 8878. They're in. They're going to be working with the control tower to find out what they have to do for today's work. A lot of the units that we have running today are Pennsylvania Railroad units that we have purchased. As you know, when you're a short line operator, you don't have a lot of funds. So you go out and buy older equipment or lease older equipment or whatever the case might be that's appropriate in order to provide service for your customers. At Island Yard, we operate strictly for Norfolk Southern under contract by agreement, and we do local switching for them. As you know, the Class 1s really would like to go from point to point, say Chicago to New Jersey or Chicago to Pittsburgh at the Conway Yard. And local switching is not something they like to do. They have to do it in some cases, but it's very, very expensive to operate multiple crews with multiple pieces of equipment, which is where we came in and negotiated a contract, and we're working out of the island yard. As we said, 8878 is an Alco S-3. And that's the unique sound of an Alco. See the little Alco drifted backwards a little bit after starting, checking his brakes, going through the necessary safety checks. Great sound on that horn. Same for that brass bell, beautiful brass bell. You can see the operator inside. A78's got his orders, and he's going to move out Cambrian, Indiana coal. And this unit is number 290. Some empties for Montour 534. Some older Montours. These are all for little local runs at our local mines that we service. And we do that for the Norfolk Southern. I believe he's going to go down to the Montour. I'm sure you all know that Cambrian, Indiana really operated for Bethlehem Steel's PennCam 33 in Evansburg. But the mine has had some issues, and I believe the mine is now currently shut down. And the cars have been acquired by the Pittsburgh Terminal District which we use from our other local contractors, or excuse me, some of our local customers. And make sure all our switches are properly aligned, and they are. I'm sure you've noticed if you follow us in the past, some of the landscaping that recently has been done. A maintenance facility in the background. And a contractor come in and paint the tunnel and one of our walls. Painting is not completed as of yet. Of course, you can see the Pittsburgh skyline, and so we get our drone up, get a little better view of the city of Pittsburgh. You can see some of the rocks that are up on top as the tunnel is ready to get completed. Get the drone up, make sure we've got a nice positive hit connection. We'll follow the movement as it goes past our control tower. See in the background, roadway being put in. Contractor with a skidster loader, John Deere. Here we go. Get the drone around as now we got the switch aligned. We'll get these cars down into one of the sides where we, at the end of the yard, we're going to assemble some of our other coal units. We'll shoot right over and get a picture of some of those. The empties that are loaded, which will join the other Cambrian, Indiana. A couple of the other empties that are being requested by the mine. So get that all completed. And we'll let the crew take a break here, and we'll follow along with some of our other Alco units. As you know, we at the Pittsburgh terminal, our specialty is coal, and of course a steel mill running, lots of steel. We switch various services for our steel mills. You see him here in the island yard. A lot of our yard is still incomplete. Obviously, we lots of work to do before we get this guy out on the main line here in a moment, and we get all of our hoppers properly assembled. I'd like to thank you for watching this segment of the Pittsburgh Terminal District. Please like and subscribe at Pittsburgh Terminal District. Also, you can DM Tom Salerno at PghTermDist at gmail.com. Provide any comments there where there's more space, more critique can happen, anything you want to ask. Railroad, any shipments you have coming into Pittsburgh, you want to stage on your yard and have them put them on your interchange track and then send them over to me by email. I'll receive them, put them on our interchange track with you, make a note, give you a shout out. You can do the same for me. Anyway, without further ado, thanks for watching. We certainly appreciate everybody who does watch and subscribes to our channel. Thank you all. Have a blessed and wonderful day.